Well, hello there, all the absolutely magnificent people, and welcome back to another episode of an Ecologist Plays, or in this case, a live stream. Can you believe it? It's the first time in, well, ages that I am back doing a live stream. And last time was before we were a family of 3, and here we are. Now, Nick is away at the moment. She and our son are visiting her mother, so she will be away for a few nights, and I decided, you know what, let's take some time to play a bit of Palworld, and let's stream a bit of Palworld. So, hope you guys have fun. Hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend, even though the weekend is almost over. I will be back again tomorrow with another live stream, I believe, and then maybe again on Tuesday. So 3 days of some live streams, although only 2 hours per live stream. And well, we are in Palworld, as you can see here, and this is Palworld 1.0. So the full release is officially out, and well, we have been enjoying it oh so very much. So, today on the agenda, we are going to look for a place where we can build a base, and preferably a base that will have very little impact on the environment. That is the goal, at least. And we'll have to decide whether we go to that area over there in the center with the yellowish trees, or maybe the crimson trees, or whether we establish somewhere with the greenery or the green trees we have over here, the conifers and so. Of course, along the way, we will be chatting about the ecology of all the wonderful little pals we have running around here. Of course, we've got 2 chickens over here, 2 chickapees. We've got some cativas, and we've got a capriti over there as well, and it is an alpha capriti. Oh well. Okay. So yeah, we are going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. So if you have any questions, please pop them down in the comments and on the chat, and let's have some fun. All right, so we're just going to quickly chat here to the first person. That was apparently part of a shipwrecked scouting party. And yeah, they say that the pals are extremely ferocious. But you know what? I haven't gotten that impression at all. In fact, most of the pals are downright cute and very, very useful. So there we go. And we're just going to end the chats here with her. And be careful out there. We are always, well, kind of careful, I guess. I'm just following the quest at the top there, telling us to open up the survival guide. Yeah, that's all good. Don't have to worry too much about that. And then we're just going to pick up some logs or some sticks and some stones, and we're going to build our little workbench, I believe, as well. So of course, I hope you guys can all hear me. If you are in the stream or in the chat, hope you can hear me, and also the sound of the game is not hope it's not too loud, and hope it is there to start with. Anyway, we are going to just collect some red berries here, some eggies as well, everything we can. Well, not everything. We are leaving some red berries to sustain the local wildlife. As always, we are trying to play as ecologically friendly as possible. And we're also going to just harvest some of the trees, not all of them. And also, yeah, I think the rocks, we can probably harvest most of those. I don't think maybe not all of it. Well, I was thinking maybe we can actually harvest all the rocks as well, but they will be critters technically hiding under there, and this is part of their home, and we don't want to, mess it up for them. We're just going to temporarily build a little workbench here, and then we're just going to break it down as well as soon as we are done here. Just, get things started, and then we're going to go start looking for a proper base once we have our most important things. Let's see, we need to make an axe and a pickaxe. Yeah, makes sense. We do need a pickaxe, especially now, just so we can actually start mining the rocks and the paldium in particular, so we can start making some pal spheres. All right, we're just going to also just mine a wee little bit here. I mean, what is a game without a bit of mining, eh? This is probably one of my favorite activities in any games. At least it is the thing that I spent most of my time on. We have got some unused stat points. Let's put that into weight here so we can carry a bit more. I see some more people have joined the stream. Welcome, welcome everyone. Hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. All right, we're just mining some of the rocks, not mining it down completely, just so we don't, destroy the home of the poor little critters that are also living in there. We're also just going to mine a wee little bit right over here. Hi, it sees Hans that is here. Hello there, Hans. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you are having a marvelous Sunday, and it is a nice, relaxing one at that. All right, we're just going to quickly head on over here, get an axe. I already have the pickaxe, don't have to make that. But yeah, Hans, how are things on the other side of the world? You are, I believe, experiencing springtime now. hopefully things are thawing a bit and everything is going well on that side. Just logging a few trees here. I haven't looked. I thought these were conifers, but I just realized they're all broadleaf. Maybe they're supposed to be... They're oaks. They're oaks. I can see the oak leaves up there. Okay, so these are oaks that we are harvesting here. There we go. I was wondering what trees we are logging here, and I thought we were logging conifers, but no, indeed we are not. Oh, we are a little bit too heavy. Let's see here. What do we need to make now? We need to mine. Marvelous. You know what? I'm going to actually just quickly take half of this and just drop it onto the ground. I'll come and collect it later. In the meantime, we just have to go and quickly mine some paldium. I see people keep on calling it palladium. It is definitely not palladium. There's no I in there. It's just paldium. So there we go. There's the paldium right over here. And I completely agree, Hans. This game has some super cute animals. Absolutely adorable. And oh, wait till you see some of the new ones that they have added. Oh my word. They are really cute. Absolutely love it. Okay, we have picked up someone's notes there. We're going to have a look at that in a bit, I think. I have also, when I started, that's the only thing I have done off screen so far. I have gone back to behind the place we started up there, and I have collected the little note that was up there as well. I just realized there's an old church or ruins up there. Maybe we should go have a look up there. I do wonder what is up there, but I think we'll need more stamina. Oh wow, I see you say it's hot over there where you are now, eh? Wow, yeah, 36 degrees. We rarely get that hot temperature here where we are. Sometimes. But it's usually, if we have a very, very hot summer's day, it's about 30-ish degrees Celsius around here. But 36, yeah. Well, when I grew up, that's a cool spring day. I need to first get the there we go, the Pal sphere over there. So where I grew up, it's a little town called Oudtshoorn, and it's the ostrich capital of the world. We have so many ostriches, still have a lot of ostriches there. And yeah, there in summer we get to 48 degrees Celsius in the shade. I remember a few years ago we had three days, 48 degrees in the shade, and the next day a massive flood, because, why not? Yeah. Here we rarely get 30. Sometimes we'll get 30, but we also have quite a lot of humidity. There I grew up in Oudtshoorn. We didn't have as much humidity. It was a dry heat, but it was hot. And yeah, I prefer cooler weather. Currently, that's partly why I also don't have the webcam on at the moment here with the stream. I am sitting under blankets. I am very, very comfortable. It's coolish. I've got my gloves on. I'm enjoying winter over here. That's for sure. Oh man, Canada is now a hot and cold country. Yeah, the extremes, switching from one over to the other. As we say, we often joke here where I am. We say, if you don't like the weather now, just wait a little bit, it'll change in a bit, and then you'll have the other extreme. Sometimes we also joke, we say we have all 4 seasons in a day on this side. But yeah, which is kind of true. Yeah, just making some Pal spheres. Of course, we need these in order to catch the Pals, and then we are going to just need a bow as well. And then we'll finally get to the ecology of the little critters we are going to be seeing today. First up, we'll probably be catching some chickens because, well, chickens would have been one of the first animals domesticated by humans, along with goats and sheep, and then cattle, and then horses after that, a little bit later, I believe. But chickens would have been one of the first ones that we as humans went, you know what? That little bird over there that's on the ground and flying occasionally, that looks delicious. We're going to have to go for that. Oh, man. All right, I'm just going to... I see my chat on my phone has already gone back to top messages. Now I finally have it back on all messages. So I don't want to miss any chats here. All right, we're going to grab that. We do need a bow. We need a bow. So let's craft a little bow here, and then some arrows, and then we can finally head off. Hans, I see you say when you were young you had 11 months of winter and 1 month of bad hockey weather. I love that. Bad hockey weather. 11 months of a lot of hockey, and then 1 month where you can't do that. Yeah, we of course, here in South Africa, we don't have, I don't think we have ice hockey. I'd be very, very surprised if we do indeed have ice hockey, because, well, we don't really have ice for ice hockey at all. The hockey we do have, a good friend of mine, he does play hockey, and I know Nick also played hockey when she was in school, but that is, of course, just on grass or astroturf. We don't have ice hockey at all, as far as I know, here in South Africa. Could be speaking under correction, but the only place I know of in South Africa that is cold enough to potentially even have that is a place called Sutherland, and there are very few people there, so we definitely don't have an ice hockey team. And then additionally, it's not frozen as much as it is just cold. So yeah, alrighty, almost ready, and then we're going to start hunting a few chickens and catching them, and of course some of them will be put to work on the ranch. There we go. We have our first bow and arrow, and we're just hopefully not going to kill them. Okay, there we go. Just catch that little chickpea over there, and of course the next one. You know what? We don't want to injure you too much, you know. Don't have too much Pel abuse over here. There we go. Hopefully that'll be 3. Oh my word! The one chickpea has a bottomless stomach. That actually is right on par for chickens. They will eat a lot. So one thing, amongst other things, well, partly one of the reasons why we are able to actually, or why we did go for the domestication of the chickens, is that the red jungle fowl, which the chicken originates from, they have this way of, during times of plenty, just keeping on reproducing. So they just produce a lot of eggs, and as long as there are as long as there's food, they will produce eggs. And we as humans went, you know what, we can use this to our advantage by just making sure that the birds that we have in our coops now, we just always keep them fed. And that way there's always food for them, and they continuously lay eggs. So yeah, let's see. I see you also asked, did we domesticate the chicken first or the egg first? It would have had to be the chicken, because you can't just grab an egg and then go sit on it. If you sit on the egg, it's going to get crushed. But of course, if you get the chicken first and you just kind of have them laying the eggs, then we can. Then we have the chicken first, and then we have got the eggs being laid, and then chicks after that. So if I had to put my money on it, I'd say we domesticated the chicken first. Which I guess answers that age-old question. I can retire now. We have... Oh, hello, sheepy. Hello. And... now you're one of us. One of us. One of us. Little lamb ball. We'll get back to them in a moment. We're just going to quickly hunt some more lamb balls over here. There we go. We need to hunt 5 of them, or capture 5 of them, in order to get the full benefit of all the XP, or the additional XP, and with the mimok effigies that we'll chat about in a moment. So we just need to catch this one and the other one, and then we have got 5. Well, lots of leveling up happening here, lots of sounds, lots of everything. There we go. That is indeed. So as it says there, we obtained the mimok effigy. If we go into key items now, you can see here we have the mimok effigy. And what it does, or you can use this for, is to level up our speed. I just realized, there next to the chickpea there, we haven't caught 5 chickapeas yet. We only have 4, do we? Yeah, we only have 4. Because if you look to the right of the name there, you'll see a little white icon. And that indicates that we don't have the benefit yet of having caught 5 of these chickapeas. And I only realized that when I looked at the mimok effigies and realized we only have 1 mimok effigy, meaning for only 1 species, or 1 pal, we have actually caught 5 individuals. And now we have that bonus there with the chickapeas as well. We now have 2 mimok effigies. And that's quite cool. All right, so we've got 2 chickapeas, we've got 2 lamb balls. Before we go and catch a cativa, just want to head on over to the Pelpedia over here, and you can see here that we've got the lamb ball, and the description, of course, it's got the partner skill where we can use it as a shield, and we also, they will drop wool when you assign them to the ranch, which makes sense. They are basically little sheep, and you can shear them in essence. Although we don't have to shear them, they just automatically shed their fur. They shed their wool like a winter's coat in essence. But interesting, the description here, it says that a walk up a hill tends to end with this pal tumbling down again. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think we can actually name them. We should. No, we can. If we have a lamb ball that we want to keep in our party, if we wanted to, or when we put one on the ranch, we're going to call, depending on whether it's a male or a female, we're going to call them Jack or Jill, because tumbling down the hill. So it causes them to become dizzy and unable to move, making it easy to capture and kill. And as a result, this pal has tumbled down to the very bottom of the food chain itself. Nice little pun there. I quite enjoy that. Now, that thing of tumbling down a hill, it sounds like it is a major disadvantage. Yet, some species in real life use that to their advantage. of course, I think the one I can really think of off the top of my head is a type of spider. I know it as the white lady spider, and it's a type of spider that lives in the Namib Desert in Namibia. And what it does is, of course, there are some wasps that will parasitize spiders, and I've got a nice video of that happening on one of the not the short. It's actually a full video I've got on the channel. And what the spider does is to try and escape these pompilate wasps, or these parasitoid wasps, is they actually just curl up their legs once they have been uncovered, because they actually live in the sand, in the dunes, and they hide from these wasps and other predators under the sand. And when the wasp actually uncovers them, they just curl up their legs and they roll wee down the hill, and hopefully away from the pompilate wasp, hopefully away from that parasitoid wasp. And that's the idea of very quickly tumbling down a hill. One of the things that I have added to the game, which I really, really like, are these little wind tunnels over here, and you can just kind of whee boing back up to the top here. Wonderful. Absolutely nice. So nice, so nice. Let's see. I see Hansi also say, I see you say there, I'll see myself out. I missed that part, eh? I think I missed that part. But yeah, no, we domesticated the chicken first, and then the eggs came later. Now, of course, cats we accidentally domesticated, although one could argue that they domesticated us instead of the other way around, because, of course, with us having agriculture or developing agriculture, we had to store the food that we gathered, and that attracts rodents. And cats just kind of went, yeah, this is cool. There's a whole bunch of mice next to these humans walking around all over the place. So you know what? Let us actually come and, I guess, live with them or stay close to them. We'll catch the mice and hopefully they don't eat us. And yeah, cats just kind of came along for the ride and never left. And of course, as I jokingly said, they kind of more than likely domesticated us rather than the other way around. Yes, a free dad joke for my collection. Yes. Oh, yes. I do love my dad jokes, especially now. Now I have a license to use my dad jokes, whereas previously I was doing it illegally. But now, yes, now, of course, now that I am a dad, I'm allowed to make all those lovely dad jokes. Let's see, we're almost done with the Pal Sphere here. We're just going to grab those ones and again, enhance our weight. I mean, there we go. We can now carry quite a bit. I don't care too much about the other things for now. Okay, so it does say we need to place a Pal box, and then we need to deploy a Pal base. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just start running, I guess. Let's just head on. Oh, wait, I just realized we do need to actually make some clothes. Yeah, we are running around here all naked and without clothing on, and it is going to turn nighttime. Not soon, not now, but soonish. So we do need, oh, I need to unlock that recipe first. We do need to make cloth. And then, of course, the cloth outfit. And now we're going to grab the normal parachute as well. So we need 2 for that, and we need 2 for that. And hopefully, we've got enough. Let's see, how many can we make? Oh, yeah, we've got enough cloth. There we go. Perfect. Let's just make that. And, oh, actually, you know what? We have a Pal that can also help us. There we go. Nice and quick. And I'm just going to drink a bit of coffee before it goes cold. Alrighty, and there we've got our 4 cloth, so we may as well get dressed. And then after this we'll make the parachute, and then we're going to go explore a little bit more. I see there is an an oil rig over there. Wish I could blow that up there. Don't want that hanging around on that little lake, or not really lake, actually a little inlet. Is that part of the ocean? I can't see, but I think it is part of the ocean over here. Maybe a river estuary. We'll have to go and have a look there. But yeah, that is really not nice there. I wish I could just go make it vanish a wee little bit. Doesn't feel like this lamb ball over here is really helping us. But anyway, let's see. We've got our parachute done. Now we can destroy this. Grab some more wood. And parachute automatically, or glider automatically equipped. Let's lie down and do a bit of gliding. And oh yeah, there we go. Just enough. Got close enough to the ground there to not actually injure myself. Okay, we need to catch more cativas. We don't have 5 of them yet. And there we go. That I think is number 3. And this should be number 4. And there's number 5. Right over here. Perfect. That should be it. Perfecto. And then... let's see here. If we just head a little bit more to the side. I just realized that my phone is still on, so I do need to actually put that on silence before I have a whole bunch of notifications coming through. Oh, I think I'm still under attack by a Cativa. Oh well, it must just happily enjoy itself at the back there. You're not coming for me, that's perfect. There's a nice fast travel point, and we have new pals over here. Some pals that were not in the game before, the Papparais. They're really good boys, these. Let's grab one. Everybody needs a little doggy at their base. So we're just hopefully going to catch that one. Come on, join us in our quest. Oh, you naughty. He got out. Who left the gate open? Who let the dog out? There we go, got him. Alright, let's just grab these things. Sometimes, or at least in the past, there used to be an egg, I think, around here. I'm not sure whether there is still or not. They have changed the effigies quite a bit. Previously, there used to be a Liftmonk effigy at the other side, or on the other side there, but that is gone now, due to the fact that we now have different effigies brought into the game here. You know what, I need that fast travel point. And then we have some more Papparais here that we can also grab. Because every doggy needs a friend. So, as Bob Ross always said, everybody needs a friend. Come on. Stay in there. Get in there. Okay, one more, and there we go. It is caught. And let's unlock this fast travel point there. Okay, so it is turning into nighttime, which is an interesting thing, or interesting time, because we can go look for some Daydream now. And Daydream, I think, actually got quite a big buff. So I would like to at least have one in my party, because... there we go, just waiting, there we go. Because the way it works now, there we go, there is a Daydream. The way it works now is that Daydream, you don't need to craft a special harness or special equipment to actually have them in your party or floating around, or actually as part of your party. Oh, I just keep on summoning these glowy orbs. They're just automatically out, and as we just try to grab that one, come on, no, leave me alone. And the way it works now is that they will attack anything you have, that you are attacking at least, but they cannot kill it. They just bring down the health down to 1, which means that you can then easily catch them, which is very, very nice. I think previously they were able to accidentally kill the pals that you were trying to catch. And we're going to have to just dodge this way. Ooh, ooh, no. And it is a little feisty one, this Daydream over here. Oh, accidentally logging the tree there by using my bow and arrow. Okay, there we go. Get in that ball there. Get in that sphere. Ah, you cheeky. Cheeky. Should call you Cheeky. Or at least Cheeky. Alright, there is another Daydream following me, or attacking me, but I think that one is stuck in the rocks. I think that one in particular tends to get stuck in the rocks. I remember with Nick the other day, we were running around here, and I remember I was attacked by one Chickapee that I also couldn't get because it was stuck in the rocks. Okay, so we've got two Daydreams. So there was a Daydream up there that I could not get, and I think both of these are going to, attack me now. Yeah, both of them are. So we'll just whittle down the one. And hopefully then be able to catch it. And then just whittle down the other one. Oh. Oh, you can. Oh, there we go. Now we... there we go. Using the terrain to our advantage. Just trying to avoid most of these floating orbs. Haha, there we go. Get in there. Oh, hello. How were you able to fire off an orb after I had already thrown you into the sphere? Okay, one more Daydream, and then that is also done. And look what we have right over here. Hello, Daydream. I've always liked that name there, Daydream. It's such a nice name for the spell. Oh no. Oh, no. Okay. Ah. Okay, I do not yet, or I don't have a shield yet. I am just running around with the very useless armor that I do have. There we go, another Murmok effigy. So let's just quickly have a look here, because we have got some pals unlocked in the Palpedia here. We've chatted about Lamball. Cativa over here. So, as mentioned, basically a cat that started following us as humans around, and at glance it appears full of confidence, but it is in fact weak and cowardly. Being toyed with by a Cativa is in many ways the greatest of disgraces. Shame. Oh man. Yeah. So Cativas, I think most of them actually have got, if not all of them, have got the coward trait, which just means that they do less damage and yeah, not very great fighters. But while they are in your party, they will increase your carrying capacity by 100, and it does not stack. It used to be that it stacked. It does not stack anymore. And I just realized that that Cativa is dead. Oh no. There we go. Come on. There we go, now I can catch you. I just realized that I thought I had caught a 5th Cativa, but I think it jumped out. And that was the one that attacked me earlier. I think so. I'll have to review the footage, but I'm pretty sure. But you see here, now, next to the Chickapee's name, there's a golden icon, indicating that, yeah, we have indeed caught 5 of them already. So we've got that bonus. We have captured them already. Let's just have a look here. I'm just going to grab some more stuff here. The Pal Gear workbench that we need, the berry plantation, the ranch we need here, the logging site we need, the stone pit we need. You know what? Wall-mounted houseplant set. Why not? And the houseplant set. I like decorating. Nick is much better at decorating than I am. Speaking of which, hello there, dear. Hello there, Nick. Yeah, so Nick is much better at decorating than I am. So I'm just grabbing these things, and in her absence, I will decorate the house when we have built one. Just, you know, for fun. Yeah, and I'm missing you as well, my dear. I am really missing you as well. It's weird not having you and our little one here with us, or here with me at least. We're just going to catch this little teafant over here, a little teapot elephant, I guess. Teafant, little portmanteau there. I love portmanteaus, little words where you combine 2 words together to make a new word. And in this case, teapot elephant, a teafant. I love it. Let's just whittle this down a little bit more. There we go, that's enough. Let's catch it. We need water pals. Oh, I thought I heard it. There's a Lamball. There is a Lamball right over there. Oh, I do want to test something out. Let's see. Can I build, just quickly, build this over here? All right. Let's just flop down while we have got that Lamball, that lucky Lamball over there. Let's see. I want all my daydreams. I just want a daydream squad. I've seen people do it. I've never done it. Let's do this. Come on, daydreams. Let's go catch a lucky. Because as mentioned, daydream cannot whittle down the Pel's health below 1. It cannot whittle it down to 0. So technically, they should not be able to kill the lucky Lamball over here, but they should be able to whittle it down very easily. So let's get its attention. It's going to probably come rolling in. Oh, I can't see anything. Oh, they missed all their attacks because there were trees in the way. No, you are not going to attack me. And as far as I know, they also can't be... Ooh, wow, that was nice. They also can't be attacked or killed by the Lamball because, well, they're not technically out of their spheres. So they're just dealing damage and they can't have damage done to them. As we are going to be catching this lucky Lamball over here. There we go. It should be on 1 health, 1 hit point. And... yeah, just makes for an easy catch. Thank you, everyone. There's our... oh, it's a slacker. That's just unfortunate. It's a lucky slacker. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, let's see here. I see, Hans, you say that you thought that Nick was saying gobbles instead of hubbles. Oof. that Tiefend is in the bag. So yeah, no, it's strange also not having Nick on the channel with live streams. Oh, I probably need to eat something. Let's just sort here. Oh, we can eat some bread here. We are going to eat, raw lamb mutton, because why not? Ooh, because we caught that lucky, we got the Applied Generating Electricity Handbook, which means we can get a pal to increase their generating electricity affinity by +1, which is very, very nice. So yeah, as Nick says, yeah, when the Emperor, when our little one, hopefully, within the next few months allows us to actually stream together, she will be joining us. And the idea is that hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to stream when, almost forgot the name, when Enshrouded comes out into full release. So that will be in October. Hopefully then Nick will be able to join me in the streams, and it will not just be me. So then we'll be playing that a bit. I was actually going to come here and increase my weight again. Let's just go for once, and stamina will increase twice, so we can actually climb and glide a little bit more. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's see. What do we need? We need to actually open a PAL box and deploy a base spell. We're not going to do that now. We are first going to make our way down a little bit. There's a Capriti. We're not going for Capriti yet. Gumos we could probably go for. But there is one I really need to go for. Oh, one that has changed the way I feel about gliding. And it should be along the coast here. So let's go get that first, as we just gliding along here. There's a Pen Gullet. We may as well grab Pen Gullet while we are at it. And with our Daydream Armada at the back here, we can actually attack anything and just catch them. We just need to fire a single shot and they will take care of the rest. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A Celeray. Come here, Celeray. The Celery Ray. Come on. Oof, that has got to hurt. Still got a little shot at me there. Hello there, Dragon Sports. Welcome to the stream. Glad you are here with us. Hope you are having a wonderful weekend. There we go. Just mine some Paldium here. So the reason why I wanted Celeray is because first of all, it makes your gliding a little bit better. But secondly, it means you cannot take fall damage. You can jump from the highest point down to the ground without using a parachute and without equipping it and having it out. You just have them in your party, or just need to have them in your party, and you can just drop down from the greatest of heights and no problem, you will not take any damage, which is absolutely wonderful. I do see we are almost out of arrows, so we will need to craft some arrows. We're just going to, draw the Celeray's attention. And then hopefully have our... Oh, eyeball. Come on, Daydreams, do your job. I'm not just bringing you along for your pretty faces. I want you to attack the Celerays over there. Come on. There we go. I think they may be going for it. No, maybe not. My last arrow. And that was a miss. Well, no, that was disappointing. Come on. Attack the Celerays. Any moment now. Nope, I don't think they are. Oh, that's a waste. Okay, fine. Let's get behind the limestone outcrop here and just, I guess, run away. Run away! Okay, ooh, there's a Celeray on the beach. You know what? We are going to just go and... Ooh, 3 Celerays. Yeah, we're just going to whack them with axes quickly. Not injure them too much, I'm hoping. Come on. Celeray! Oof. Okay. As I say, not injure them too much. Our Daydreams do that to them. And that's 2 down, so now we are hopefully on 3 Celerays. Oh, they have to hit me. Interesting, yeah. I think well, they did hit me, but for some reason, I think the Daydreams were just out of reach there. They just didn't realize that, okay, we need to defend Will over here. So yeah. Oh, well, there thankfully are enough Celery's on the beach here. So we can just run around a bit here. Come, Celery. Don't go into the water. That's not very nice. Okay, fine. Stay in the water. You keep your secrets. Alright, we need to do something. We need to... Oh, yes. I know I have in the past. I have built a base around here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Here's a Celery. Hello. But I don't want to build in the same place every time. I do want a unique base. Somewhere where we are not going to have a big impact on the ecosystem. So I don't want to build on the beach there, because building on the beach there would technically mean that we are destroying the environment right over there. It's close to the seashore, and you know, if there are tsunamis and so, which we don't have in the game, but in theory, in real world, let's say they were, it would wash over there. It's a bad place to build in that regard. Also, there would be organisms that are making use of the beach over here, so I don't want to build on the beach itself either. I did think about building on the cliff faces, but first of all, it's difficult. I did try, and it's very difficult to actually build on sheer cliff faces and build a proper base. And secondly, yes, we don't have birds like seabirds nesting over here in the game, but in real life, these cliffs would be full, most likely full of seabirds, and me building a base there would disturb them and would have a negative impact on them. So we don't want that. Ooh, that's a big egg over there. We are going to have to go and grab that egg. We can't... Ooh, there's a bunny here. We can't actually hatch the egg yet. We have to wait a bit before we can do that. So we need to first defeat Zoe, the tower boss, the first tower boss, and then we'll be able to get the ink incubator, and then we'll be able to actually, hatch this egg. Let's have a look. I'm going to just mark it over here, that there is, in fact, an egg over here, so I can easily come back. So, let's look at potential sites for a base. I often build over there. I'm kind of tired of building over there. Nick and I have a base over there as well in a few of our games. So that one, I don't want to build there. It's a nice open spot. It's close to some fishing, but yeah, I don't want that. We have in the past also built on that little flat area over there. I see a lucky. There's a lucky down there, and I think it's a jolt hog. We'll have to have a look in a moment, but I think there's a lucky jolt hog down there. So we have built in the past, we have built there. Just up there is a desolate church, and then there's a lot of mining that can be there. I don't want to build on a slope because of ecological impacts of building on a slope like that. So I need a flattish area. Maybe over there. I don't think I've built there. That's where they're also it's a nice place to build there. Lots of ore, lots of everything. I think that's the King Paka area over there. So we'll have a look at that spot over there, but I think that is where King Paka is. It's this area over there. I think King Paka is there. So maybe we'll build there, just not right next to King Paka. Yeah, that is indeed a lucky jolt hog. We're just going to jump on down. I do not have the Celery in my party yet, so we are going to be in a bad space if we actually go and... You know, I'm going to punch you with a fist. If we actually just drop from a height. Come on, Daydreams. Come on. You can make it. At least two of them have made it so far. Come on, Jolty. Hello, Jolty. Just out of reach of that. And little Jolt Hog here is doing its best to get to me. Making use of the terrain against him. Oh, never mind. Scratch that. I'm possibly going to die. I don't want that happening. And that's another shocky. I don't have a shield yet. That's partly the problem. Poof. Okay. Also, still don't have any arrows. Oh yeah, I figured. I figured as much. Okay. Hopefully that Jolt Hog isn't gone by the time I'm back. There's a very good chance it will be. So there we go. Let's respawn. And you know what? We can respawn up here again, where we started. So first death. Death number 1 for Will. I have made it that I don't drop anything, because running back to get your stuff is just... It's a schlep. I don't want that. I want to have fun. So we've got everything is still on me, including my pals, including my gear, everything. Oh, I think this, I can't remember whether I actually destroyed the workbench or whether it degraded, but let's have a look here. Of course, the daydreams here can't really help build or do anything. Or maybe, unless I actually throw it out, I think they've got handiwork. Yeah, let's make this. No, I don't think they've got handiwork. Never mind. Okay. We are just going to quickly make some more arrows, and then we are going to hopefully head back and hopefully actually get... Wait, maybe we just build a pal... we don't have stone. We can mine. That we can mine easily. Maybe I just get a pal with handiwork in my party. I think that'll be a good idea. Or at least to actually just be part of this little base up here. That is, I think, a goodish plan. Let's see whether that works. Oh, that daydream is actually crafting. Will you look at that? Okay, now our mission is in any case to actually have a pal or bring a pal into the base here. And now we're just going to quickly craft some more arrows before we head on out again. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think any of these pals actually have got the useful skills to craft. Let's have a look here. No, no, and no. Okay, at least this little sheepy over here, this lamb ball isn't doing too poorly. You know what? I just realized that I could, while it's crafting that, let's actually just have a look at the Palpedia again, and let's see what it says about chickpea. So, extremely weak and far too delicious. Yes, okay. So, it is one of the weakest pals alongside lamb ball. You know, so lamb ball over here and chickpea. Both of them, of course, domesticated by humans for, in the case of sheep, domesticated for their wool and their meat, very importantly. And in the case of chickens, their eggs and their meat. So no matter how many are hunted, they just keep appearing. And this ties in with what I mentioned previously, a little bit earlier, with chickens, that as long as there's food, they breed. And they breed like crazy. So the idea then being that we as humans just kind of made sure that they always had food and they would just keep on laying eggs and laying eggs and laying eggs. And that is partly because of the habitat that they normally are found in. In their natural environment, red jungle fowl would be found in areas, and they would love places like bamboo forests, where the bamboo are obviously in great abundance. And the thing with bamboo is it's a type of grass that flowers once and then dies. And in many cases, you know, it starts out, one bamboo starts growing and then starts spreading to a large area around it. And if these trees we see in the background here were a bamboo forest, all of them could have originated from one seed that germinated. And they all would be connected underground, and genetically it's one individual. And the bamboo plants, hello there, Suddenly Boop, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you are here with us today as well. Glad you could make it. So anyway, so the bamboo, as I was saying, with bamboo, what happens with them is that they're coded to flower once and then die. And if this entire forest over here is one individual, and it's genetically it's one individual, all of these stems would be flowering and setting seed at the same time. And then the bamboo would die. But what that means for things like chickens is that there's a time in a bamboo forest's lifetime where all the bamboo are flowering and setting seed. And that then means that for that period there, shortly after that massive flowering and fruiting event, there's a super abundance of food. And chickens, or the red jungle fowl at least, would have wanted to make use of that amazing bounty, that all-you-can-eat buffet, and they would have just bred like crazy. Or at least that would have been the idea with them. And then when we as humans looked at that and went, yeah, that's nice, you're going to lay eggs for us now, so yay. Okay, so we are going to head on out. I do not want to have this as a permanent base, so what we're going to do is we're going to just change our party a wee little bit. I don't want that slacker there. Let's have a look. Vanguard, I think, yeah, increases my attack. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. And, ooh, which one has the bottomless stomach? This one. I don't want you in my party. I'm going to replace you with the celery. It's sad that this lucky lamball over here is also a slacker. Let's see whether we have any other... Yeah, we could have a Cativa in our party as well. Yeah. So let's have a Cativa, which increases the amount of things we can carry by 100, or the weight we can carry by 100. We have the Celery over here, which prevents fall damage and extends the duration of high-speed gliding, which is very, very useful. And then we've got our 3 Daydreams running around everywhere with us. All right. And then we're just going to break this down. Okay. And then, hopefully, we'll go get that little thingamabob, that lucky Jolthog. I don't think we'll get it. I think it probably has despawned, but we'll have to have a look. Simply cannot not have a look. And as you can see here, no fall damage. Which is marvelous. It is, to me, one of the best things to come out of this 1.0 release. And I mean, there are lots of awesome things that came out of this 1.0 release. And that is one of them. Just no fall damage if you have a Celery in your party, no matter from how far up you fall. We're also just going to quickly here by the Worrywart farmer. We're just going to get some food that we need to go drop off. Because that will be dropped off at the settlement that we are heading to in any case now. Gumos, yeah, Gumos. We don't have 5 Gumos yet. May as well just, you know, do that. Okay, wow, that was a horrible throw, Wool. Throwing with my left arm there, it seems. Now we've got 2 Gumos. Ooh, and hopefully we'll get a Fox Sparks up here. I really do hope so. They usually are around here. Oh, there are some Clovies. Ooh, that is also a very interesting pal. Okay. And that one has 1 health. Okay, yeah, of course, I will still kill it. That was unfortunate. There's a Fox Sparks. There's a Fox Sparks up there. We need to head this way in any case. Bengalet, hello there. There we go. Almost shot that Bengalet as well. Foxy. Oh, hello there. Bengalet, stay in the sphere. It's fire and ice. It seems like George R.R. Martin is involved here. Hello there, Carlane. Welcome to the stream. Of course, you are in more or less the same time zone as us as well. So great that you can also join us and catch us live. Well, catch me live today. Yeah, hopefully Nick will also... Ooh, hello, Rushor. I'm gonna just shoot that Rushor. We do need a piggy. Just go throw that sphere at you as well. Hopefully you don't fall in the water. Hopefully we got you. Yes, indeed. Okay, so that's a Rushor to the collection as well. We have a Pengullet. So we caught a Pengullet, we caught a Rushor, and we caught a Foxy as well, a Fox Spark. So we've got a few things to chat about. That's a Wandering Merchant. I don't think I've got much. I don't want to buy anything from him, but maybe I can actually sell something to him. There's Chaos in the background there as well. Oh, there's a Syndicate that is attacking the Merchant. All right, let's go save the Syndicate. Not the Syndicate. Let's not go save the Syndicate. Let's save the Merchant from the Syndicate thugs. I think they have killed the Merchant. Yeah, I'm pretty... Yeah, they killed the Merchant. That is unfortunate. I think they killed the Merchant. I don't see the Merchant. Burly Mech. There's another Burly Mech. And there's a Burly Mech over here as well. Yeah, no, they did not... The Traveling Merchant did not survive. I think there was a Traveling Merchant here. And let's just catch some more Clovies here. And we'll chat about the Clovies in a moment as well. Let's just first go and sell some stuff here by the Merchant. That is what I wanted to do before I forget. Let's quickly sell stuff here. There's also the Jolthog we still need to go get. Hopefully. Let's see, what can we sell? Let's just sort some stuff here. I don't need that. I'm going to sell that. the low-grade medical supplies. We don't need that. I don't need gumos leaves at the moment either. Precious pelt. I'm going to sell that. I don't need that, I think. Venom glands I'm not going to use either now, so we may as well sell that. And I'm not going to use the coarse ammo yet, or at the moment, so we're going to sell that as well. Okay, bit of money in the bags. Now, let's go look for that the lucky Jolt Hog. Oh, and Dragon Sports, I am on single player. I only play multiplayer with my wife and some of my close friends, so I am on single player at the moment here. So yeah, I have changed some of the settings just to make things a little bit easier, so we don't run around. Oh, there's a big dark egg here. We don't run around and have to spend hours and hours and hours mining stuff. So there are some increased drops a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. Just showing that on the map, and I'm pretty sure that Jolt Hog is gone. That lucky Jolt Hog is gone at least. The normal Jolt Hogs are running around here. Wait. I think I'm hearing something. No, I think it's just... Oh no. I am stuck on the rocks. Oh, there we go. I almost want to say I think I'm hearing a lucky Jolt Hog, but I don't think I am. It was right over here. It's now just a bunch of normal Jolt Hogs, unfortunately. I mean, this is where we did fight it. And unfortunately, yeah, just a bunch of normal Jolt Hogs. Ah, no. And there we go, catch you! Hopefully, you stay in there, Jolt Hog. Of course, that's a nice little name, Jolt Hog, because it's, jolt like a shock, and hog like a hedgehog, because it is the shocky hedgehog. So let's have a look here at the Palpedia. I'm quite curious to see what it says about the Jolt Hog. So first of all, in terms of its partner skilled, when activated, equips Jolt Hog to the player to be thrown at an enemy, causing an electric explosion upon impact. That is nice and interesting. But in terms of its description here, releases the electricity stored in its body when under attack. The voltage it generates exceeds 10 million volts. So that's, enough to kill you. I am pretty sure. Making it more lethal than any conventional heavy firearms when thrown. Okay, so yeah, of course, we then went, you know what, let's throw this at our enemies. So how would it generate the electricity and store the electricity? That's the question. So I'm pretty sure it generates static electricity by taking these little quills, although they're actually, I think, more hair. And as they're moving around, that rubs up against one another and it generates electricity that way. And then it would need some way of storing it. Now, when we're looking at electric rays and electric eels, the way it works there is that in a very short span of time, they move, I think it's potassium ions, they move very quickly across a membrane. And that results in an electric charge that can then be discharged. So they don't necessarily have a way of storing the electricity. Yet the Jolt Hog here has a way of storing the electricity. Yeah, honestly, I don't know how. The only way I can think is that it just kind of generates it in its fur and stores it there in its fur. And then, if you were to try and pick one up, you would get the shock of your life, literally. And then they kind of just release that when they are under threat. That's all I can think of, at least. Anyway, we're just going to catch another Jolt Hog here, hopefully. Come on, daydreams. There we go. Almost got a bit of a shocky there. I did get a bit of a shocky. And now that Jolt Hog got a... Oh, hello. You're still alive. Oh my word. Okay, there we go. Now you shall be caught. You who shall be caught. Yeah, there we go. That one was indeed caught. And that Jolt Hog was taking a nap. And now it is wide awake and also in a sphere. Come on, daydreams. There we go. Thank you for that. And this will be the last one. That is number 5. Now, there is a desperate farmer here that wants a water pal, so we can give it our celery, but I don't want to give it a useful one. I want to actually give it... Shame, it's horrible, but I want to give this desperate farmer a water pal that is less useful. So we're going to chat or have a look at that in a moment. Just quickly coming over here to say hello to this person up here, this reliable PIDF officer. And we're going to give them the farmer's special dish. And then we're just going to get this fast travel point over here. I see President is also in chat. Hello there, President. Long time no see indeed. It has been years. I really feel like that lady in Titanic. It's been 84 years or 83 years. It really does feel like that. Let's see. What do we need to do now? Oh, we need to eat something, apparently. Well, that's easy. That's in terms of the quest up there. Okay, we have caught a lamble. We need to do that. We need to do a common shield. And apparently we need to craft another normal... Oh, just need to do that. A jump and activate the parachute. So we need to get a common shield. We'll still make that. What I was... Oh, wait, there's a note. What is this? Oh, no, it's just a little candle. I thought there's a note over here. Oh, I don't have a PAL box yet. I was thinking of... I think it was this area over here. Of building over here, but there is King Paka. So, where shall we build? Where shall we build? That is now the question. We could head to that spot over there. I think that may be a good spot to build, kind of overlooking the ocean. Yeah, let's head in that direction, I think. Yes, let's do that. Oh, and let's also have a quick look while we are at it. We've talked about Jolthog. Let's talk about Clovey, because Clovey is a new PAL that was brought out now for 1.0. So while it's at the base, it increases the gathering work suitability for all the PALs at the base by +1. So what it does is that, or what it results in is it makes it a very useful PAL to just kind of buff everyone else. And gathering is very important because that's how you generate food for your PALs at the base. So yeah, we're definitely going to have a happy clover at our base. But what I want to draw your attention to is actually at the bottom here, where it says that some individuals once had 3 or 4 or 3 or more leaves on their foreheads. Think 4-leaf clover, for example, and regarded as symbols of good fortune, like 4-leaf clovers being symbols of good luck. And those with more leaves were heavily hunted, leading the species to evolve fewer leaves over time. So we'll get back to that in a moment. I'm just going to, again, increase that and my stamina. And I see, Colleen, you mentioned, don't live stream very often then? No, I used to live stream. My wife and I, we used to live stream every Sunday evening. And then when our little one came along, that was May last year, we didn't do live streams anymore. So I think I did for a little bit still. I can't remember whether I ended before or after he was born. And then this is the first live stream, I think, in a very, very long time. So it's nice to be back a bit. But we used to always live stream on Saturday evenings. You know what? That, I think, is where I'm going to build my base. That is a nice little bit out of the way. There aren't a lot of trees in that area. There's some multi-level aspects there. We can go for that. It's a nice landscape to also look at. We've got some pillars over there. I'm not going to build on those pillars, even though, again, I am tempted to, because there would be lots of seabirds technically nesting, I think, on those ones over there. And then over there, I think that's one of the sanctuaries that's now under a dome. So let's see how far we can glide. Let's have a look here. Daydreams, you are really in my way. And we're just going to, again, glide until we run out of stamina. And then we're just going to drop to the ground because with the cell array, yeah, we don't have any more fall damage. Let's see if we can actually make it up here. Yes, we can. And we can glide even further in a moment. So just letting our stamina regenerate and off we go again. Whee! I love it. There are some rib bunnies down there as well. Just checking. I know there's that tower Nick found. Okay, so we're going to get to that tower in a bit. I believe there is another tower that Nick also found over here on the beach somewhere. These towers are very nice. They give you very, very nice schematics. I don't think it's randomized. I'm pretty sure it is fixed in terms of what you get. Oh, we need to catch another cell array. We only have, how many? 4. Okay, so we need to catch a 5th one. Come here, cell array. Come here. You want to be part of our team. I know it. both of you want to be part of our team. There we go. Hello, celery. Oh, there were a few misses there. Miss, including from that celery. Ah, that was not a miss. Come on, daydreams. Get him. There we go, like that. Thank you. Ah, all right, let's see here. Galania, I see you say. Then you feel extra lucky. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Oh, definitely, definitely. I'm not sure whether you mean in terms of streaming for a change, or whether you refer to having a little one running around the house, because in both regards the answer is yes, definitely enjoying ourselves and myself very, very much. It's really great to be back a bit. If all goes well, I'll be streaming a little bit more, and then as Nick mentioned a little bit earlier when she popped in, hopefully our little emperor allows us to do streams. Hopefully by October we hope to both be streaming. And it's not necessarily going to be the set thing of every Sunday we are going to stream, but when we have got time and the opportunity, we will then do a few streams. Sometimes in the week, sometimes on weekends, whenever we have the time then, because we do game. We really love gaming. And of course now we are playing Palworld because it is such a fun game to play. And we have been playing this for a while already. And it's just nice to be back here with 1.0. And yes, look at this. This is a lovely place to build. So I am going to plop down my file box right over here. And yes, I know it's not necessarily the best place to build because you don't have any ore to mine or trees really to harvest. There are some trees that will be harvested, but not a lot. But you know what? That is fine because, again, I don't want to overexploit the natural environment. I don't want my base just constantly being mined and chopped down and stuff. I want things to be natural and nice. Oh, and speaking of which, technology. Can we make it? No, next level. We can make the faux greenery set. We can actually plant those oak trees around our base and make it look nice. All right, so let's just grab some things here that we are going to need to build. Three-shot bow, definitely. I do love the three-shot bow. We're not going to make the feathered hairband or grab this one because we're going to get the schematic, I believe, in a moment. We're going to get the Statue of Power, the Crusher. Yeah, I think that is everything for now, at least. We do need timber. Yeah, we don't have a lot of logs. Okay, so we're going to go chop some trees. And while we are in our base, we can fast travel, and that is not a problem. We can just fast travel right over there. And then we're going to chop some trees. Again, try to be as eco-friendly as possible. So we're just going to chop a tree over here and chop a tree over there. It's not optimal gameplay, but that is not what we are here for. We are here to have fun and leave that tree. We're going to chop this tree over here. We're here to have fun and play in an eco-friendly manner. So, as eco-friendly as one can be in a game, we are constantly shooting animals with arrows and stuffing them into balls. Yeah, so as eco-friendly as one can be in those regards. And now I am too heavy. Man. But you know what, that's fine, because there's a fast travel point right over there. We can just teleport home and start building a bit. All right. Now, the idea is we want to build as many things as possible. Yeah, we can just press F here to fast travel. Build as many things as possible to try and optimize our base. To try and, what I mean by that is to try and, instead of chopping trees down, we can have the animals actually at a little site, or instead of us going out into the world to chop trees down. I'm going to get rid of these daydreams for now. Look, as nice as they are, no. Let's see here, logging foreman. We're going to replace that one daydream with a papyri. That's logging foreman. What else can we grab? There is Gumos here, reduces the weight of all wood by 40%, which is very nice as well. How many Gumos have I got? Let's see, there are 2. Might as well go for that one. And the other last one I am going to replace. You know what, we're actually going to... No, we're not going to put a Clovey in yet. We only have one slot we can put in. We're going to put the Foxy in here. No. Foxy, you're coming with me. You are coming with me. We've got a handiwork pal here in the daydream. That's great. let us then just build some storage. Never mind, we don't have stone. Oh, we can pick up stone. There we go, just enough. Let's just craft a storage chest, just so we can... It's not going to be pretty. It's not meant to be pretty. This is just to try and store stuff so I can run around and actually do stuff without being weighed down. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Okay, that's it. That's all I can do for now. All right, that is fine. Let's eat. Now, what we're not going to eat the berry. We're going to eat raw mutton because why not? And I think we do need to build. Oh, never mind. We don't have stone. There's stone to mine down here. May as well come and mine a little bit over here. Oh, I just realized this pickaxe is going to break before, I think... Yeah, there we go. Weapon is damaged before we get to 10 stone that we need in order to actually build the repair station. There are some stones lying around, so we're going to pick these up as well. There's one. How many have I got? 7 of the 10, so 2 more. Ooh, there's a Liftmonk effigy. May as well go grab that. And then we'll quickly go have a look at that tower that is up there, because that is new, as is the fishing. Fishing, really awesome. We are definitely going to be doing some fishing. I'm not sure whether that's going to be today. No, we still have an hour. And fishing, we will unlock in 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. We may get there. We may get there. I'm just going to have to catch a whole bunch of pells, but we will get there, I'm pretty sure. We're just going to grab the effigy over here, the old Liftmonk effigy. And then we're going to pop in here by this tower. And then we'll see, how do we unlock this tower? There we go. There's a Rabunny we need to defeat. And the Kativa is coming in like, yeah, I'm going to catch that bunny. And the bunny is dead. Okay. Not sure whether we could catch that one, but well. Now, there we go. We got the feathered hairband schematic. As you can see, it is purple quality. It is epic, which, yeah, means that it will use, I believe, more items to actually make it, more material to craft it, but it is going to be better quality, which is nice. And oh, look at all these aloes. I don't think we can harvest the aloes. No. The aloes are just for, aesthetics. But man, oh man, I love aloes. We've got a lot of aloes here in South Africa. They thrive in arid regions or in more arid regions. So areas that don't get a lot of rainfall. That is where they grow best. And yeah, it's kind of strange to think, but yeah, we have got the ocean right over there. But this is still an arid region. So technically the aloes here are growing in the perfect environment for them. Because first of all, they are growing in sand, and sand does not hold onto moisture very well. So even if it does rain, the water just infiltrates through the soil, and these plants don't have a lot of water left in the soil. The soil dries out very quickly. And secondly also, it's the ocean, okay? It's salt water in the area over here. There isn't a lot of fresh water available. We've got a bit of a cliff face over there, so maybe some moist air gets pushed up over there, cools down, and maybe rains a bit, but it's not really high enough for that type of rainfall to occur. That is what we call orographic rainfall. It's when moist air gets pushed up against a cliff, for example, and as the air cools, it releases the moisture. It releases the moisture in the form of rain. And then, of course, you've got a lot of rain associated with a mountain. This little rock over here is not really high enough for that type of rainfall to occur. So the aloes here, they're basically in a little desert and perfect environment for them. And why they are so well adapted, if you look at the leaves, they are actually succulent. It doesn't really look like that, but they are thick and fleshy. And they store a lot of moisture in there. Okay, so that is why or how they are adapted for life in a desert-like environment. There are some aloes that do grow in moist, relatively moist areas, but generally most of them will grow in more arid regions. I just realized our poor little daydream over here doesn't have a bed, so we're just going to, we have to build it a bed. Let's just get that there, and then we need a repair bench. Everything is just scattered over here for now. I'm going to get to this a little bit later, where we actually will build a proper house and stuff like that. But for now, everything just kind of goes all willy-nilly all over the place. All right. You guys, when you're done with that bed, please come and help me over here, hey? Everybody with hands must come and help. Come, come. There we go. Quick, quick. By the time we get here, we'll already be done, but okay. Thank you very much, Kativa and Daydream. All right. Oh, yes. Just remembered what I wanted to chat about still. Kativa, give me I'm not sure where you're running off to, but come back here. Just want to get that sphere there. So what I wanted to chat about was the clovey, because I forgot. I wanted to chat about the clovey over here. So with that, where they had 3 or more leaves on their head, and then the ones that had more leaves were hunted, basically those genetics were removed from the population. And then what happened is that the ones with fewer leaves, they bred, and we need to actually repair our pickaxe here. And because the ones with fewer leaves bred and their genes got passed on, the species as a whole ended up having individuals, mostly individuals, with fewer leaves on their forehead, which makes sense. Something very similar happened in South Africa as well. And the reason I say that, as I just realized, I need to grab the feed box as well and actually place that down for our pals so they don't, die of hunger. And we need to place a campfire down as well. Everything needs to be placed down. Just going to build that over there and build the feed box over here. All right. And Foxy, you are going to be cooking some berries for us. Okay. So then back to what I was saying about the genetics getting hunted out from the population. Come on, come back here. There we go. Big berries, thank you. So in South Africa, what happened is that in terms of elephants, there's the southern part of South Africa along the east, in the Eastern Cape province. There's an area or a national park known as the Addo Elephant National Park. And it is one of South Africa's oldest national parks. So the Kruger National Park was the first national park, and we are very, very hot. We are overheating. So we're just going to stand away from there, I guess. So the Kruger National Park was the first park that was established. And then after that, in relatively quick succession, we had the Bontebok National Park, which was established to conserve the Bontebok, which is an endangered subspecies of Damaliscus pygarus, which is Bontebok/blesbok. And so they were found only in the Western Cape province, where I am. Oh, why did I do that? So they were found only in this province, and they were basically hunted out and shot out. And as a result, the Bontebok National Park was established to try and conserve these endangered antelope. And the last bunch of them, I think like 11 or so of them, were kept in the Bontebok National Park and then protected. And all the Bontebok we have in South Africa now come from that small little founder population. And then or little conserved population. But something happened with the Addo Elephant National Park as well, where, of course, people hunted elephants for their tusks. Okay, and if you are hunting elephants for tusks, you want to hunt the ones with the biggest tusks. So those ones were shot out first. And as a result, the genetics changed in the population, especially in the southern part of the population where the numbers were smaller to start with. There weren't as many that were easily hunted. The big ones were shot out very easily. The ones that were left had very small tusks. And for a very, very long time, and I'm talking here since the 1930s, I think, when the Addo Elephant National Park was established, until relatively recently, the female elephants, almost none of them had tusks. Almost no elephant cow in the Addo Elephant National Park had tusks. Only the bulls had, and the bulls that had tusks had very small tusks. They didn't have those magnificent elephant tusks either. So, yeah, it's a strange thing to think, but yeah, it has happened in the past that, population, certain traits get hunted out. And that is with the clovey that happened here in Palworld as well. With the ones that had more leaves, because they were seen as good fortune, they were shot out, leaving you with the ones with fewer leaves on their head, like this little one over here with only 2 leaves. And those with the fewer leaves, they could, breed and pass on their genes, and as a result, the genetics of that became super abundant, and the other ones just disappeared altogether. So yeah, that's very, very interesting. Let's see, Suddenly Boop, I see you say or ask, that's basically selective breeding, right? Is there a term for a species whose genetics are altered by overhunting? So there is a term. So it's basically selective breeding, but accidental. It's accidental selective breeding. It's a reverse of breeding. It's selective hunting pressure. But in terms of whether there's a term for that, there is it's not genetic drift, because genetic drift is when the abundance of a certain trait or genetics becomes different in the population over time, but simply due to random chance, not due to being better or more poorly adapted for a certain environment. So what we're looking at there is more akin to just a genetic bottleneck. I think that's the best term to use there. So genetic bottleneck, where the genetics, it's different. So, some of the genetics gets lost, the gene pool gets shrunk, and as a result, you end up with different genetics than you started with. We're just going to cook some more berries because the baked berries here are better to feed our pals than just normal raw red berries. So yeah, it's a form of population crash, and that will be, in the terms of genetics, that would then be, as I mentioned, a bottleneck, a genetic bottleneck. There are other forms of genetic bottlenecks as well, as we can actually upgrade our base here to have more pals at the base. There's another form of something like that, which is known as the founder effect. But what that is that you have, we're just going to have to build ourselves a little bit of a house here. And we're going to build the house not too close to the edge here. Don't want to build right on the edge for ecological reasons. But when you have a little population, so let's say you have a species, right? And there's 10,000 individuals of it. Well, let's say humans. Let's say we've got humans, right? And you have a whole bunch of humans living on the mainland over there, right? And now on the island there are people there with black hair, red hair, blue hair, yellow hair, all kinds of hair colors, right? It's, let's say it's evenly spaced. Equal number of individuals of each hair color. But let's now say that some of the humans decide that they want to establish a population on that island over there. All the individuals from the mainland over here are not going to move on over to that island there. You're going to have a founder population, a subset of individuals from the mainland here, making the way over to the island over there. And it may, through pure chance, happen that all the people that start a new population over there have black hair or red hair, for example. And now their descendants will mostly have red hair or black hair, whatever the dominant genes were when the population was founded. And now let's say you have a population here of 100% redheads, okay? But on the mainland here, only 15 or 20% of the people there had red hair. So the founder population there, the genetics, does not reflect what the original population had. That is known as the founder effect. It's when there's a random change or a change in the distribution of genetics or of alleles simply by a new population establishing and it not being representative of the original population. So yeah, founder population. It is especially observed in cases where I just built that, there we go. It's very often observed in species that have very low populations. So the smaller a population is, the greater the chance of something like that actually happening. We're just going to build a little, I was going to say a house on the prairie here, but we're not on the prairie, we're a house close to the beach side here. We're just going to build a little door frame here. This is my normal setup. I do like building this way. Come on, build there, and we're just going to rotate, and there we go. Oh, we don't have wood. We need to go get more trees, I guess. Okay. So yeah, hope that makes sense there, Suddenly Boop, in terms of that description. For me, I love that type of thing, weird genetics and stuff, quirks that happens as a result of that. And it's something that I discussed with my fourth years now recently as well, when I was lecturing them on conservation biology, which focuses on rare and endangered species, because things like founder effect and genetic drift and inbreeding and all those things are very often very pronounced in those small populations. So it's something one needs to be especially careful of if you are trying to conserve a species that is rare or endangered or has a very low population size. Or if you are trying to start a new population of a species where, for example, there could also just be a few individuals, or maybe there are a bunch of individuals, but you're just starting a new founder population. Okay, we already have 150 wood on us, and we're nowhere near over encumbered because we have our Gumos in our party, which is decreasing the weight of wood here. There is another pal that actually decreases the weight of ore in your inventory as well. I cannot remember which one it is, but we'll probably have to grab that. Oh, never mind. I am now way down. As I got a little bit cocky there. But yeah, so there's another one that reduces the weight of ore on you as a person as well. So that is also very cool to have, especially when we go into mines, into the dungeons as well. Yeah, we are going to need that, definitely, because we are going to be doing quite a bit of mining, and we're going to need to carry a lot of ore out of there, or else we'll be stuck. Just had to get a bit of a dad pun in there. Also need to drink some coffee, although the coffee is already cold. I have been talking too much and not drinking my coffee. Nick would be disappointed. She has a very, very nice thing. I should actually be borrowing it while she's away. She's got a cup warmer, so it's a little thing that she has that keeps her coffee and especially her tea nice and warm. So even if we're playing games for an hour or so, she can still just, carry on drinking her tea and her coffee because it will still be warm. Now, one other thing that was recently added, I believe, although I only learned about it yesterday, is that if you go into your inventory here and you press R for easy bulk storage, you can put some things that you don't want to automatically be deposited, like your ammo and your spheres and your money. You can put that on you as a person, and then you can say stow. And anything that is in a chest will automatically be deposited. In that case, those things are deposited, not the wood though, because we don't have wood in this chest here. Let's see, can we build? Yes, we can build another, very wonky chest. Not sure if Nick is watching at the moment. If you are, dear, sorry about the wonky chest. This is not looking good at all. We do like having things quite neat. So I'll have to build a little bit of a storage area momentarily. In this one, we're going to place that. We're going to place that. Yeah, we're going to place the eggs in there as well because we can't use that yet. And you know what? Can I build another one? No, I cannot because we are out of stone. So let's go mine a wee little bit of stone again. There we go. Just sliding down a little bit over here. And then we're just going to whack a bit over here. Whack the stones. Again, hopefully not going to mine the entire thing because there will be some critters living in there and we don't want to disturb their habitat. So, yeah, again, not the way to play this game optimally, but it is the way that I play the game, at least for this playthrough. It's how I will be playing. Okay, and whack this stone over here as well. Shame, all the critters in each of these stone piles are being slightly disturbed, but at least they're not losing their habitat. We're just going to pick up these stones and logs over there, and I believe our Daydream or someone has been mining, maybe the Kativa has been mining that stone over there. Let's see now, if we press R, there we go, our stones, our palladium, and our wood will be automatically deposited in their chests. I see, Carlene, you say you always put your coffee in a thermos mug because you always leave it sitting way too long. Yeah, that is exactly what I do, as my coffee ends up becoming iced coffee. But you know what? I don't mind too much. Coffee is coffee. If it's hot chocolate, it gets sad that it's cold chocolate instead of hot chocolate. But at least coffee and even tea, I am fine drinking, even if relatively cold. But yeah, my hot chocolate generally needs to be relatively warm, preferably needs to be relatively warm. We're just going to, there we go, now it's automatically. So if you look at that, the timer will go off. And if you click sort, it doesn't automatically refresh the timer. But if you right click and bring it into your inventory and back, it is fine. Okay. Now what I wanted to do is not stand too close to the fire because, we're going to be hot. I want to build another storage chest over here. And what I want to do here is I want ingredients in here. Okay, and the way we're going to do that is once this chest is built, we are just going to say chest settings, uncheck all, and just check ingredients. So all food ingredients will come to this one. And this one, we are going to just make ingredients. So no, we're just going to make food, not ingredients. So now, cooked food will come to this chest here. And the ingredients will be over here. So there we go. Let us make some rush ore, roast rush ore there. And I don't think there's any... Oh yeah, we can put these in here. These are ingredients. Simple bait is not an ingredient. That is not an ingredient. So we're just going to drop some more berries off over there. You say cold is fine, Carlene, but don't want hot coffee. Don't want coffee lukewarm, though. Yeah, I think mine is... How is mine at the moment? Yeah, it's gone through lukewarm. It is cold now. It is no longer lukewarm. Yeah, it does remind me of classic old Star Wars pun. What is the temperature inside a tauntaun? It is lukewarm because, of course it is. Yeah, I don't mind lukewarm coffee either, but warm is obviously first prize. I wonder, we do have ore over here somewhere in the chests. I know we've got ore down there to mine, but have we got ore? We've got only 13 ore. Okay, we do need more ore. But first, we need a bed to make it daytime. Now, there are some very useful pells we can grab at night. I'm not going to worry about them now. We're just going to... let's sleep like this. Oh, right in the draft. This is fine. This is fine. We're going to sleep in the draft here. Kativa, come and build. There we go. Thank you so much, Kativa, for helping me build. Oh, and even the daydream is coming through to build. Okay. Oh, we need a common shield still before we take on anything dangerous. But let's first sleep. Let's make it daytime. And then we can... There we go. Perfect. And then we can run off. Now, where I want to go now is... let's have a look here. I want to go to that point there, the desolate church, and then actually go and mine some ore. Ooh. But before we do, let's get the rush ore saddle and the foxbark harness, because we need those. We can make the rush ore saddle. We can't make the foxbark's holster yet. Let's see. We need production. Cloth. Oh, that's easy peasy. Okay, 2 cloth coming up. Please. Please, please, please. There we go. Okay, are you actually contributing? Yes, you are contributing, Daydream. Thank you very much for that. Perfecto. And let us... We want to build. Want to build this here. There we go. It's not looking nice. I will off-screen probably just kind of sort all this mess out. So we have a nicer base going forward from tomorrow onwards at least. Okay. So let's see here. Should be quick, relatively quick. Hopefully the rush ore saddle doesn't take too long, because I would like to go and mine a bit with a rush ore. A rush ore is a very nice mount to have. Nick actually has one. And if we do have one, I'm going to call it Frikkie, because Frikkie is the nickname we use for warthogs. That is our nickname for warthogs. It's a Frikkie. Okay, finally. I thought the Daydream wasn't going to make, but it is busy working there. Let's have a look. What do our rush ores look like? We only have the one, and it is serious, which is perfect. We're going to take you instead of the Kativa. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Now, right over there, there's a glowy on the whale bone. So if we look over here, you can see there's a massive whale skeleton there. That is likely a baleen whale. It's not a toothed whale. We don't find any teeth along there, meaning that it had baleen plates, which would have rotted away. And we just have this massive skeleton over there. Now, at the top there, round about there, that is that glowy bit we see in the center of the screen there. And that is a whale echo bone. You need to get that in order to craft the whistle, in order to summon Palthalos, I think it's Palthalos, or Panthalos, to then get to the world tree. The world tree being that big tree right over there. It's the only way to get there. So Panthalos, I think it's Panthalos, not Palthalos. Thalos referring to deep waters, and Pan being across. So across the, or across all the deep waters. That's what Panthalos would then mean, which I think is a really, really cool name. I mean, if we're being honest here, I love a lot of the names of the pals, like Daydream, for example, but spelled fancily, and Fox Sparks, because it's a foxy that has sparks, or spark stuff. So I love the names that a lot of these pals have, and Panthalos, I think, is probably one of my favorites. If it is Panthalos, not Palthalos. Palthalos is boring, but Panthalos would be a cool name for a pal, if it is indeed that. Anyway, let's see here. We get some more rush ore. We're just... how many left? Just the one left. Once that is done cooking, we are going to head on over. Let's grab, I think, some more arrows. Let's grab 100 more arrows. Well, the Daydream is going to craft that. Let's... I just realized that... yeah. Oh, there we go. There is a little piggy. And... oh, Reckless Charge. That's the one we want to grab. Okay. Reckless Charge is what we're going to use to mine the ore with. Okay. Oh, we don't need that roasted rush ore. We'll grab that later. Okay, and that we'll grab later. Let's head on over to this spot over here and then head... actually, I think we need to head along here first. Yeah, let's go take on Chillet first. You know what? Stuff it. I will go do the other things later. Let's go take on Chillet first. Yeah. Because Chillet is a little cool little ice dragon. If we can get a dire howl, that would also be a lovely mount to get. Because they are extremely fast. I believe they are one of the fastest land mounts in the game. Now the rush ore here is no slow goer either. It is also quite fast. Does it do... yeah, it does do damage if we run over the Gumos. Sorry. Ignore us. We're just going through. And we are just going to run past the Herbals. Love the Herbals. The Herbal Gerbils. That's what they are. Absolutely love them. We're not going to go for them now. We're not going to go for the Krojiros either. We can stay here all day talking about all these fun little critters. Oh, Liftmonks. You know what? When we come looking for Liftmonks, and that'll probably be tomorrow evening. When we come looking for the Liftmonks, we're going to have our army of 5 Daydreams. Should actually have brought the 5 Daydreams now, shouldn't we have? Yeah. Anyway, you know what? This is going to be fine. There's a Mozzarina here. Hello, Mozzarina. You are unexpected. Huh. Okay. I am going to try and catch you, Mozzarina, and hopefully not draw the Memorist aggro. I am probably going to draw the Memorist's aggro, aren't I? If I'm not going to draw his aggro, you are going to do that, Memorist. Mozzarina. Come on. Get away from that Memorist. Don't want to accidentally have it being injured and then coming to attack us. The best thing is I can't actually see my cursor properly, so I just kind of shooting blind here. Okay, let's try to grab that Mozzarina right over there. I want a little cow. Come on. Come on. There we go. We have the Mozzarina. And of course it is a sickly one. Of course it is. Okay, you know what? We're going to have our Foxy helping us over here. We're just going to try and take on the Chillet, which is an ice spell. And again, we're hopefully not going to... oh, the Foxy is out. Oh no, the Foxy is out. Oh, we don't have a shield here, do we? No, we don't. That is a vicious attack by it. By the little Chillet. Come on, Chillet. Thing is, if the Chillet were to attack the Memorist accidentally, it would really be in a bad space, because that Memorist will get rid of it very quickly. Just trying to keep our little... our rush ore alive. There we go, come on. And it's being stunned by the rush ore there. And the rush ore is fine. Come on, piggy. Fricky. Oh dear. Okay, now let's try to catch it. 47% chance to catch the chillet there. And hopefully not have it... Oh, it got out. Ooh, that was close. Oh man, I've got 48 health there. One shot and I'm dead. Ooh, 22 health. Come on, come on. Yes! Oh, that was too close. That was too close for comfort. Okay, right, we'll have a look at Chillet in a bit. Let's just get to a fast travel point, because if I die here, it's not going to be very nice. So there is a fast travel point down there. Yes, right down there. Okay, just double check, but yes, we do have the Salaray still in our party. So we can just, from on top here, fall down and everything will be fine. So let's just drop in and hello there, fast travel point. And then let's head home quickly and I can lie on the bed and actually recover my health that way. That is something to keep in mind. It's really, really nice, the fact that we can, if you are injured like I am now, you can just kind of sleep. And because it is nighttime, time will not skip, but our health will regenerate relatively quickly. Okay, so that is a way to just get back some health. I'm not sure whether... Yeah, there are some other ways. You could have a gerbil could resurrect you if you were dead. I'm not sure. I think some of the other pals will also help you. Not the Gumos. Clovey, no, not Clovey either. Yeah, I'm not sure. Some of the other ones can also do that. Anyway, let's have a look at Chillet. I think Chillet is probably, yeah, lower down. Chillet, Chillet. Mozzarina. Let's have a look at Mozzarina first. So Mozzarina sometimes drops milk when assigned to the ranch, which is very useful for making cakes. So I'm glad we actually got the Mozzarina. That's very, very nice. And milk pours from this pal like water from an open faucet, regardless of its gender. I'm not sure whether we caught a male or a female, a bull or a cow, but yeah, yes, all of them produce milk. It's truly a mystery of life, although this mystery may be better left unsolved. Oh dear. So yeah, of course, humans domesticated cattle, but the cattle the species we domesticated our cattle from is the Orochs. The Orochs being the wild version or the wild original cattle. Again, unfortunately, Orochs are extinct, and Orochs, I always pronounced it Orochs as the plural and Oroch as the singular, but Orochs is both singular and plural, which, yeah, the more you know. Oh, we wanted to make a shield still, didn't we? Yeah, we need to grab the shield first before we can make it. There we go, common shield. We need... I think we've got everything we need for that. May as well grab that so we can actually just, you know, survive. We also need to just swap out our fox sparks. Yeah, we only have one fox sparks, unfortunately. Okay, it's in timeout at the moment. Yeah, there we go. We've got our little Chillet here. Oh, Chillet just has fine furs. Okay, so Chillet is not a useless one after all. Yay. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, Orochs. Yeah, so Orochs, unfortunately, they're all extinct, although there are plans, or some people are trying to bring them back. They were in Europe. That's where they were found. And, well, Europe and parts of Asia. And at least twice we as humans domesticated Orochs and turned it into cattle. Mainly for meat, but also for their hides and, of course, milk as well from the cows. And yeah, there we go. Current base missions, build campfire, that we already have. What else do we need to do? Yeah, everything is ready. We can actually do that. Now we just need to build more straw beds. Okay, not going to worry about that. What I'm going to do, though, is get that fast travel point there by the Rain Syndicate Tower entrance. And then from there, we could probably just glide over that little ravine and head to that fast travel point, just so we can get to it. But, oh yes, of course, before we do that, Chillet. That's what I was actually looking for earlier. Chillet. Where art thou? There we go, Chillet. An ice dragon. So it can be ridden, and while mounted, changes the player's attack type to dragon damage and increases your attack by 5%. So that is very nice. I do need to grab the saddle first before we can ride it, of course. And Chillet is a very nice ocean-going pal as well, or swimming pal. It does lose stamina, unlike true swimming pals, but it is a very, very fast swimming pal. So if you are planning to head out into the ocean a bit, Chillet is the one to get. So it says it can curl up its body and roll around at extremely high speeds. And we saw that when it was attacking us, jumping at us and curling around to try and damage us in the process. And long ago, people would tie bags of milk to domesticated Chillet as they grazed to produce butter using this spinning force. Now, grazing. Or grazed. That is an interesting term to use here because they are called the wriggling weasel. Now, being a weasel, I would guess they are in I think it's the mustelid group, which are generally carnivorous, maybe slightly omnivorous, some of them, but most of them are carnivorous. So this one is grazing. Is Chillet a herbivore? Could this be? It does. No, it could be. It very well could be. And if it is a very dangerous herbivore, considering that it has a whole bunch of interesting attacks that it can utilize. Yeah, that is the face of a herbivore. Hello, the little one. Oh man, you're so cute. You are absolutely adorable. I love Chillets. Chillet's definitely one of my favorite pals in the game. Alright, what do we need in order to actually make? I think we need ingots, don't we? Oh. We need more leather and we need more cloth. We don't have leather. Unfortunately, but that's fine. Okay, so we're not going to be able to ride Chillet yet, but we will be able to do that later, and then we can swim across very, very easily. Let's see. I wanted to get to that one tower over there, and I think the easiest way could actually be to just fast travel to that small settlement over there, and then make our way along this side. I think that is what I shall be doing. Ooh, chest! Hello, chest! Ah, there we go. Some more bait and some more arrows. Can I get the fishing rod yet? I don't think so. No. 3 more levels. Then we can get the fishing rod. Okay. So I guess let's go catch some more pals and see what we can do. You know what? We don't have to automate this base yet. I can do that later. At least I can do that off screen. Get the berry plantations and all those things sorted. I'll do that off screen. That is not the most exciting part of the game. So hopefully tomorrow evening, by the time I play again, I have a small little base set up at least. Oh, I've got a rush ore I can climb on. Come on, rush ore. We're rushing off in this direction over here. Whee! Now, rush ore really is an awesome pal to use for mining. You'll see in a little bit exactly what I mean by that. But oh yes, we are going to be attacking a bounty up here as well. Sometimes there is also a pal nest up here. Let's see whether we actually have got a pal nest up here. Little piggy is making all kinds of funny squeaking noises or squealy noises. Nope, there appears to just be a chest. Interesting. Okay, sometimes it's protected by all kinds of other things, but today it's just a little chest. Interesting, yeah. Nick did mention that it bothers her. The piggy can't jump. I mean, look at this little piggy. It's just like, Pigs aren't very good jumpers overall, so it makes sense. Alright, so is there any... Yeah, so as Suddenly Boop asks, is there anybody in chat that wants to share their favorite pal? And they love Fuddler, they say. So cute. Fuddler is very cute. I do love the fact that Fuddler reminds me so much of a mole. Digging underground with those claws. Yeah, I love a Fuddler. Fuddlers are awesome. I'm trying to think who would actually be my favorite pal. Trillet is really up there. I mean, look at this little thing. It's absolutely adorable. But it's difficult to say which one is my absolute favorite. They all have their charm, that's for sure. Nick is a Fox Sparks fan. Yeah, she's absolutely a Fox Sparks fan. Yeah, and I see, Carlene, you say that this game is new to you? And whether we'd recommend, definitely from myself and Nick, we definitely would recommend. We definitely enjoy it. Ah! Ah! It's got an interesting mix of combat and catching pals and doing all kinds of things. Where's my rush ore gone? Okay, fine. Let's break out the heavy gun here. Hello there. You go show that guy who's boss. Hawk. Oh, Hawk is a little bit perhaps too much for us, but Chillet is doing well here. Chillet's attack still landed there, even though Chillet was out. Or back in the ball again. And Hawk here trying to reload a bit. And let's cycle through our pals. Let's bring Celeray into the mix as well. You can't shoot me if you can't see me. Oh, and I'm out of stamina. The old roly-poly only works so much. Oof. We can try to catch the spell if we wanted to, but I don't particularly... Oh, not the spell, Hawk over here. I'm not particularly keen to try and catch Hawk. What am I going to do with this, guys? Just a shooty-shooty. He's not going to be able to help around the base much. Handiwork maybe, but that's it. He is trying to get to my piggy. Hey, leave my piggy alone. Oh dear. Piggy, piggy, come back. Don't die, piggy. Chillet, you're up. There we go. Thank you, Chili. I'm going to call you Chili Pepper. Speaking of, let's change Chillet's name to Chili Pepper. Yeah, because she's a spicy one. Chili Pepper. 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 There we go. And of course, our piggy, our rush ore here, needs to be changed. Oh, it's a female, so we'll call her Frickalina. I was going to call if it were a male hoggy, I would have called him Fricky, but it's a Frickalina. All right, rush ore, Frickalina, come here. We are heading on, just charging forth. I see Satan Boop also recommends, yes, grow up playing Pokemon, and this game definitely fits that niche so well. I agree, it definitely does. You guys are fighting someone, I'm not sure who, so I'm going to rescue this Liftmonk. Come, Frickalina, don't die now. Come back. There we go. We rescued our first Liftmonk over here. Ah, it's an easygoing one. Well, that sucks. Come, Frickalina. We are heading out in this direction. Ooh, it's a big egg. Big egg. Let's grab the egg and then we run away. Oh, that is a huge verdant egg. Okay. The syndicate thugs are coming after us. Stuff it. We're going away. You can't catch us. You can't catch us if we just keep zooming. Alright. Whee! Rush ore, come back, Frickalina. Oh, man, why not? You know, there we go. Fricky is fine. Frickalina is okay. I've got a Celeray in my party, so I'm just going to drop on down with no problems. No consequences. And come back, Frickalina. There we go. Well, that went better than I expected, actually. I did not get the fast travel point up there. I forgot that is where I was actually heading. Oh, well. I guess back up we go. Oh, and I see Nick also says definitely Fenglope. Yes. Oh, Fenglope is still going to be a while before we get our first Fenglope here. But man, oh man, that little cloud antelope. And it has had a very nice overhaul now in 1.0. It looks amazing now. So yeah, Nick, we haven't seen the proper Fenglope yet. We will see the proper Fenglope eventually. But it is absolutely gorgeous now. So yeah, as from our side, we definitely, as I've mentioned, we definitely recommend as well. Because it's a very fun game. It's especially fun when you're playing with someone. It is a lot of fun alone as well. But running around the world is one of those fun co-op games that, yeah, we definitely enjoy. Nick and I, we love playing games together. So it's absolutely awesome that we can play games like this and Ark and all the games we can play co-op. Yeah, we love that. We absolutely love that. I'm just trying to think. Oh, we needed to head over there. I was on the right track. I just had to remember that I had to run on to over there, and I forgot that that is what I was going to do. I wonder if I can charge into those guys over there. Yep, I can. Are you gonna die? Nope, they're still alive. Oh, I ran into... Yeah, now that one is gone. And hey, you, shooting at me. You're gonna be next. There we go. Take that. Ooh, 2 fox piece. Fox sparks. Come here, fox sparks. I do need more fox sparks. Oh, there's a whole pack of them. Oh no. Are you gonna charge into one of them? Yeah. Oh, that one's out. Man, oh man. Okay. That's not nice. Come on, Rushor. Frickin' Lena, why did you do that? We're going to try and catch... hopefully both of these. That will be amazing if we can catch both of these. There we go. And just the Foxy left. Come on, Foxy. There we go. Come on, get in there. And there we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Oh, man. Right, so there is King Paka up there as well. I'm not going to go for King Paka now because, you know, boss fight, and I'm definitely not ready for King Paka. I mean, we barely survived. Who did we just fight? Yeah, we just survived Hawk up there. So King Paka, no. Definitely not going to do King Paka. We are, however, going to run up this hill here. Okay, hopefully. Going to run up this hill a bit. Because there should be another egg up there. And then we can just jump on over to where we need to be. I think. It almost looks foggy, but I don't think it is. I think it's just nighttime aesthetics. Okay, there we go. There's another rocky egg. Okay, I'm going to just jump off here. And Piggy, Rushor, Frickalina, you can come with me. And we're just going to head on over. Ooh, there's a jump pad up there, down there. We're just going to head on over here and grab this fast travel point over here. Now, before 1.0, one could actually get Zoe, the first tower boss, in here. And it seems as though Zoe is no longer actually here, which is interesting. I thought she would be. Anyway, so let's quickly have a look here. We get another Lift Monk effigy behind the Statue of Power. And this is where we increase our pals, when you have pal souls, and also where we increase ourselves. Because we have got these Lift Monk effigies, which we can use to increase our capture power. And now with 1.0, we have these Mimog effigies as well, which you get every time you catch 5 of a pal species. And we use those to level up our movement speed. So we're going to level up our movement speed plus 1%. And we're going to increase our capture power by 2. So we're going to enhance ourselves that way. And now we just need to catch 1 more species, 5 more of, a total of 5. And then we can level up our movement speed again. Let's see, which ones are we closest? Not Nightwing, none of these. Mozzarina, no, we've just caught 1 of those. Foxies, I think. We've caught 4. We need 1 more Foxy, and then we can do it. If only we hadn't accidentally killed that 1 Foxy. Daydream, yeah, those we have caught 5 of. Pengullet, we have caught 1 of. Jolthog, we are done. We need 2 more Clovies, 2 more Paparais, 3 more Gumos, and 1 more Tiefin. So there are a few ones we can grab quite easily. And then we've got the Metal Merchant here. Now this Metal Merchant over here, hello, thank you. You can use your dog coins to actually buy a bunch of stuff, like another accessory slot, so you can have 3 or 4 eventually accessory slots instead of just 2. You've got some nice helms you can buy here, looks nice. But these, okay, yeah, so these fruit here increase your pal's health and power and all those things. But what I love are these elixirs. They are very nice. They give you, for example, Burden Elixir here raises your carrying capacity when consumed. I think it will mean that you can carry plus 50 kgs more. Speed Elixir increases your work speed by 50. Might Elixir increases your attack when you drink it. Stamina elixir here increases your stamina, of course, and vital elixir increases your health. So if you want to take it up without, needing to level up like we are going to do now, you can get these elixirs, although it does cost quite a lot of dog coin here. And we can also buy star fruit to increase your Pal's star, and we'll talk about that next time. With the condensation. We condense the Pals. Condenser. What you use then, what you do is you increase the strength of those Pals. And you can take them from 0 star to 1 star, from 1 star to 2, to 2 to 3, and 3 to 4 with these fruit over here. And then with these books here, and we have got one of those books already in our inventory here because we caught a lucky, I think it was. This one you can increase your Pal's ability to generate electricity. And there are ones for basically all these skills. So really, really nice. Let's just grab this fast travel point and check. I don't think there's a Nightwing up there. I'm not going to catch Nightwing now. In fact, I think I'm going to call it a night for now because it's basically 9 o'clock, and that means that I am going to just wrap up here, and then I'm going to record the next episode of what's his name? Windrose. That's the one. I'm going to go record the next episode of Windrose now. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us in chat here. I hope you had a wonderful session. It was great to be back with you all. You must have a wonderful weekend further and a magnificent week. I'll be back again, same time, same place tomorrow evening and the evening thereafter. And then we'll see after that when I shall be back. But for now, cheers, everyone. Have a wonderful evening further. And that is it.